Hey everybody, welcome back to C.I.K Gaming. I just made, I think my first, um, why am I so heavy? I just made what I think may be my first like kind of long-term money-making process. I'm gonna take you guys through it real fast. 30 minutes is the goal, but only 20 minutes gathering. Factored in at 22,000. Now this is the part that's gonna hurt, I think. Oh God. Somebody in the comment section told me that I need an Avalonian tool, and I'm terrified. God, I don't want to hit the next letter. Oh my God, it's so expensive. Alright, homie in the comments who told me that I really need this. Alright, God almighty. Alright. All my profit's gone for today. But, I want to see if you make... Because something they don't ever tell you in, like, tutorials or anything like that. And that was everything I did today. That all sold already. So I made... I don't know how much I made. But with this trip and gathering, I think I made over $1 million. And I want to show, so what we do is I'll run out there in my little tier 4 gathering area, or tier 3, tier 4-ish gathering area, eat my pie, and then I'm going to gather for 20 minutes. And then I'm going to power run myself down to Thetford, gathering along the way, and try to get, so for like, not, like, it's got, for me, it's got to be within 30 minutes. Because sometimes that's all I have, like, for gathering. And I have a whole different, hang on, so it's just as fast. How much did I just gather there? So about almost 20 a node. I'll grab anything along the way, of course, but I've decided that I want to, there's two things I gotta do. One is I gotta get my crafting, I've gotta get my crafting up to tier 8. To do that, I need to be able to gather quickly and make a lot of money at the same time. So if this little test works, I'm gonna do a math breakdown on it. I'll do a math breakdown on it, and then I'm gonna, next week, see potentially how much money I could make if I do it the way that I think I can. And I don't want to have any predictions yet, because before I do anything, I always do some kind of a hardcore test like this. Oh, 1.7 million. That was painful. Painful purchase. But I did it for one of my one of the guys in my comments, so you are welcome. My pain has been, I don't think because I came home from work and did a lot of gathering while I was homeschooling with my son. And all that money's gone now. It's all gone. And then some. So we run over here, gather a little bit along the way to the little hot spot over here. And I'm already 8%. This is ridiculous. I was just doing like half-ass gathering with him. Lean back, one-handed, just yeah, it was craziness. But what I did is I took everything to Thetford and refined it, and I watched the dollar amount in my bank account go and just skyrocket. So, I mean, it's going to be harder to tell now because I've got a base level of 1.7 million sitting in my inventory, which means this is now no longer a black zone farming kit because I'll get a whole guild on me with this. And I was also impressed too because I was able to fill this ox up uh, in like 30 minutes. I was like, what the crap? Like, it's a tier 8 ox. I thought he would be... Oh, it looks empty down here too. Empty-ish. These hotspots are fantastic. Crap, I should have got both of these. Alright, so we got 20 minutes to gather, and then I'm going to gather on the way to Thetford. And I also did a 30-minute gathering test on like faction point farming through gathering, and it was lackluster. It takes a little more than 30. It takes like right at 30 minutes to get your 5,000 point cap just by killing mobs. Like open world mobs. So I'll just stick to that. I'm also really excited to see the repair costs on this, which is one of the big reasons I didn't use it before. But I'm starting to think about the game a bit differently than I used to. It's not, I don't care about the money as much. Like, money's important, yeah. But the most important thing is in the stages of progression that the game offers. So what I mean by that is, like, if I'm gonna be kind of a master gatherer, crafter, refiner, I need to start refining. And that's what where are we at? So I'm already at tier 7. Which that doesn't mean anything because it's just like in gathering. Like, you can be tier 8 gatherer but only gather tier 3. That's not gonna help you delete a node. Like when you have the spec, so. And I like doing it. I know it's probably not better profits, but I would much rather, for just leveling this thing up, I would prefer to just come to this hotspot and share the resources with the entire world and always have something to hit and watch this number just skyrocket. Then try to run around in dangerous zones, look for a few good nodes. Every time I stop moving, I get attacked, which has happened literally every time I've went in the black zone recently. Every time I go to the tier 6 zone, straight across from Fort Sterling, instantly attacked, instantly chased. It's like a lot of broke people in the game that roam the black zones and red zones trying to get some easy money. Which I understand. Times is hard. So I gotta find a system that lets me make, in my mind, 10 to 20 million a week in game and not change too much about what I do. I think the system for that will be made up in refining what I gather. So that's my goal, is I want to test to see how much money I make through gathering versus refining. And then the price difference between that little bit of time it takes to run down to Thetford. Is it worth it? And how I'll be able to tell if it's worth it is at the end of 20 minutes. I'll just check. So I made about 80,000 so far in 6 minutes. I mean, it's not quite the number I'm looking for, but it's fine. And I know there's a lot more money in the black zone. Like, I totally understand that. It's just the risk factor. Like, and in some ways in some ways I understand it, but in other ways I'm like, I need to, like, here's a good example. I need to make 2 million silver to pay off this axe I just bought before I can do anything else. And I can't do that in the black. I'm not taking this thing in the black zone. I guarantee you I'll get killed in 5 minutes. And not by like one ganker, but like it'll be a guild using some of that software where they can chase you and find you. Sorry, homie. The other thing would be, I guess realistically, would be to do 2 stages of gathering. So this is the tier 2, tier 3, and tier 4 kind of hotspot. And then after this, you would just go to the black zone with a cheaper set and gather tier 4 and tier 5s, and that would be your setup to tier 5 crafting. It's the reason I run all. It's the reason I like I kind of like the idea of like a kit bonus. Or not a kit bonus, but like, I mean, soldier armor, or at least all metal armor. That's the whole reason for everything that I do when it comes to trying to find out how to make soldier armor work in PvP, both solo and grouped. Originally it was going to be with leather, and then it was going to be with cloth, and I was like, and I played with all of them, and what I found was that it doesn't feel the way that I want it to in a game like this. You know, cloth armor's too squishy and you die too fast and stuff. And then in Crystal Arena, I didn't start ranking up until I changed. Until I changed and put on plate. It sounds stupid, but the reason for that is not because I'm so good or anything. It's just because most of the games, everybody has damage. Crypt candles, 8.4 this, 8.4 that, pimp sets in Crystal Arena. But the issue, the thing that they're all, not all of them, but the thing that they're not having is they don't have the ability to take any damage. So you got 2 8.4 crossbow users looking at each other. They kill each other fast. And I didn't start having consistent wins, consistent games where I was destroying until I went to Great Axe Soldier Armor. I had horrible games when I used to play as the Mace, especially Heavy Mace, man. I'm doing everything right. I'm keeping the healer safe. I'm keeping their fire staff user from ever doing anything. Pulling the shields and blocks and doing, like I said, just everything that I can as good as I can. And watching my DPS not able to do anything. And then I had a series of games where I was playing with light crossbow, my crypt candle build, and I was being bullied. And I wasn't able to make plays or do anything because I'm squishy. I'm taking too much damage. The healer can't keep up, and then my burst combo that I have gets dodge rolled, gets blocked, gets cleric armored. So just more of the same. It was just a different story. And what changed my mind about soldier armor was I came across a 5-man pre-made, and they had 2. No, the first game that happened, it was a guy using the Heron Spear, I think. The one-handed spear that you throw and it stuns. And no, he was using a pike. That's what it was. He was using a pike and he had soldier armor. And initially, I thought absolutely nothing of this guy at all. No pressure. You know, I'm just like, well, he hits, but I kind of thought like a lot of people do. He's in plate. and it like literally nothing happened with him. He was just like running around, and then the fight picked up, and everybody started taking damage. And then out of nowhere, he throws an E and lands his Forest of Spears, and kills 2 people. And I'm like, what just happened? And at the end of that game, he had like twice as much damage as I had. And we still, I mean, we still won the game. I had like, I think that game I had like 12 kills with like crossbow, but he outdamaged me by a lot, and he had 9 kills. So he was basically solo carrying his team in plate armor, and I didn't understand why. And that got me in like thinking about, maybe I should readjust my build. And that's when I picked up Battle Axe, and that's when I picked up like just going with the tank, like going back to the drawing board, looking at the how do we get the most damage and the most defense at the same time. And then the other test was faction warfare, which, I mean, was effortless. I didn't really get any kills, but I was like bringing entire health pools of entire party groups down by myself. Everybody just, and it was a Zerg, but I was at the front of the Zerg, and I just crashed into everybody and watched health bars disappear. Teammates crashed in behind me, and then short work. Had them running. And not to mention my general success in Crystal Arena since then has skyrocketed. And that's the reason I post a lot of my Great Axe videos in the Crystal Arena, is because I know that people don't. It's just like the last video I posted with me and Kush. That was a really, really good game. And I didn't even really, I went back and I watched it, which is something that I don't do as much now, but I need to get back to, is when I used to play competitive shooters, I would always watch my games backwards and study them and like break them down and be like, wow, I sucked right here. This is awful. And I would basically make this like decision like, okay, well, for some reason, my aiming was garbage this game. I need to fix that. So I would stop playing ranked, and I would spend... the rule was, if I watched my videos or I was in ranked matches or whatever, or I played in tournament games, and I watched the footage, and I sucked at just basic aiming, then I would go spend no less than 8 hours in just a training system, where I would sit and just... if the game, like in Call of Duty, they had a training room where you can shoot target dummies at different ranges and stuff. And I spent 8 hours in that. Just that, nothing else. A straight 8 hours one night from Saturday into Sunday. Just shooting dummies. Practicing my slide shots, my 180 turns, my 90-degree turns. Practicing my flicks, quick scopes, just everything, just practicing. Becoming a true master of like the fundamentals of a shooting game, to give myself that advantage that very few other people will have, because very few other people are going to sit for 8 hours a day and train. And I do that because that comes from my mechanic and my athletics systems that I've always used, where I've always been. Is that 20 minutes? Time remaining 15. All right, so we'll take 15. So I made 100, almost 200,000 in this little zone right here. And now I'm just gonna run. Well, take off to Thetford, gather along the way, and then go refine and see what that number looks like. 23%. Yeah, I need to gather a lot more. But I think the refining bonus over time is just like gathering. The more you gather this node, the more money you make from each node, and the faster you do it, so like more per hour. Well, the same thing for refining. Dang, look at this little tier 4 forest right here. And then from a crafting perspective, this is how I would do it as well. What I would do is I would, like I'm taking all my metal to Thetford to refine, but that's also where I'm going to craft. Maybe. Depends on what the bonuses for crafting are there. But I've got to get the supply pipeline down for crafting and supplying and doing my own stuff. Because it's not a big deal, like the tier 4 crafting. Like that's not a big deal. You craft that anywhere and not really have to, not really missing anything. But when you get to the tier 8, the amount of resources are extremely expensive. So understanding how to be as frugal, I guess, just to minimize, like use the systems that are in the game to minimize the costs, maximize the amount you can craft and create. And I'm not really doing it for money, but I'm mainly doing it so that I can like wear my own stuff. Because immediately after this, I got to start. Once this gets to tier 8, I'm going to spend, I don't know how much time, but I'll go back to, I'm going to start doing my, the next tree that I got to get up is Lumberjack. Because I want to craft my own, the goal is to craft my own weapons from the goal is to craft the items that I can based on the materials that I can gather. So I want to be able to gather and refine up to tier 8. So that's the goal. Plate armor is my thing. So I'm going to stick to that, of course, and then being able to gather, you know, metal up to tier 8, and then, but the only issue there is the wood. So my week, what'll happen is my week crafting will end up looking something like crafting or spending like 2 days and Ingismon, I guess, gathering wood. Go down to the tier 4 zone, and the closest tier 4 zone you can get to for wood. Gather there, and then bring all that material. Gather like 30-40% of my carry weight with tier 2 and tier 3, and then stay in Ingismon and gather as much tier 3 and tier 4 and tier 5 as I can, and then refine it and refine that in Fort Sterling, and then gather metal and then bring it down to Thetford and refine all that, and then I guess bring it all back to wherever the... Oh, that sucks because that really sucks because Martlock has the axe crafting bonus. So never mind, I'm not going to be doing that. I don't mind really losing money in the crafting side, but it's in the gathering side, in the refining side. Because I went to Martlock and I was doing buy orders for... I did a buy order for leather and then refined it and made money. I was like, what the crap? I don't think I made up the total difference or anything, but I mean, it was nice. I was able to do, like, I did that, and I think ultimately I ended up making like 600,000. But I only had 2 or 3 million to work with, so I couldn't buy like 10 million worth and refine it all. That's one of the problems with ore. I think ore is the lowest total value. I think ore is kind of the cheapest when it comes to how much it's actually worth compared to the other ones. I think that's because if you look at the way that ore lays out, except for that makes it cost a little bit more. But try to remember too, I'm also in a tier 5 zone, yellow zone, and this is where the money part comes in. Get the hell away from it. Boom. That's a shit ton of money right there. Just that stack is almost 100K. Now that sucks because that totally ruins my video. Because the whole point of the video is to gather and then run down to Thetford, but I can't leave that node now, so I'll be gathering in this. So our video changes. found the very much needed 4.3, which is cool now too, because if I gather that just a few more times, I'll be able to craft for free a 4.3 set. Sell the extra, buy 4.3 planks. Like, that's really cool. Not that I really need a 4.3 set necessarily, but it's the point of it. Because that's actually the next thing that I want to do is I want to start. I haven't. Okay, so I haven't really had any success in open world. And what I mean by that is I've had success in like getting kills, but then getting like I stay a little bit too long after I get the kill, and then I get jumped by that guy that I beat, and then his homies show up. They show up with a healer. They show up with this. What did I get? Oh, yay! And then I gotta see again. I've got to see that repair cost before I even get excited about having this Avalonian tool, which I'm not excited for because I did the first game, the first character I made. I was a lumberjack, and I had Avalonian tools then, and I remember the repair cost being just fucking astronomical. Like not even kind of worth it. Wow, it's back already. What the heck? What is happening? What is happening? Why is that coming back so fast? Alright, we'll stay in this zone for a minute, and it's right there by, right here, okay. Yeah, I'm getting ready to free up some more. I want to free up more time because right now I haven't been as Albion productive as I really should be. I've been playing a couple different other games. You know, realistically, as stupid as this kind of sounds, I could probably go back and man, I wonder if that would be a thing. I wonder if I could go back and forth between Thetford gathering ore and gathering metal, gathering ore, gathering metal, gathering ore, gathering metal. Not, oh my god, I just said gathering ore. I mean, so like doing what I'm doing now, kind of going to Thetford, gathering the ore, refining it, and then on the way back, gather, um, gathering wood and then refining it, and then coming back and going back and forth that way. I wonder if that would. I wonder how long that would take to be effective. And realistically, what I'm probably going to do is once I get this to tier 8, I'm probably going to start doing stone, and I'll probably start doing stone and the cloth too. Just get everything in Fort Sterling leveled up to max. Which I don't even know what you like. I don't even know what you use enchanted stone for. It's amazing how much of this game I still don't really know yet. I've just been hyper focused on PvP and the combat. Only within the last few weeks have I really even kind of looked into how to make money through the markets and how they work and stuff like that. Big time money in this little... Oh crap, I think I'm off. Well, it's not big time money, but it's like... It's safe, it's easy. I'd rather... not all the time, but... I lost 700,000 last time I went to the Black Zone. Since then I have not been in a rush to go back. All my work gets taken. And like that, I mean, I understand it's part of the game and that's so cool, but not, I mean, not when you're on the receiving end, not when you lose all that money and all that time. You don't get it back. Not to mention I lost my, this is before I was tier, somebody gathered it. Dang it. I don't want to sit here and camp it. That'd make the worst video ever, but... Alright, I don't care. That's fine. Gotta go. I don't remember how to get there. It's... Okay, straight through and then left. Alright, now we'll head down to Thetford and refine it and see the total increase in profits, if there are any, and then decide if that's worth it to do again or not, or if it's more worth it. I know from the short term, it's not worth it. But to be able to refine all the way up to tier 8 and then be really good at refining, what's the value of that? Well, and I guess we'll just have to see, because at the moment I can't think. There's and I say that especially using the Avalonian tool is I may like the markup bonus that you get from. It's not a markup, but when you refine it yourself, you get a bonus. And I don't factor in the focus, like focused. I don't factor that in, because you don't have enough to refine it all. You get 30,000, and if you refine a lot of stuff, it's going to be way more than 30,000 focus. So I don't bank on the focus aspect of it, because if you had to focus something and it was 30,000, well, that takes 3 days to get it back. So it means you can't make that money again for 3 more days. And the amount you can gather in 3 days is way more than 30,000 in focus. So what I'm going to start spending my focus on is when I do craft stuff, I'm just going to focus study it, because that's cheaper, and then also it helps me unlock the higher tiers much faster. I did that in 2 days with the soldier armor. Crafting my soldier armor, I did that for 2 days, and this is what I got out of it. Now I had to I don't remember how many millions I spent in flat tier 5 resources that I then just completely destroyed, which was probably financially a bad decision, but so lesson learned, don't do that again. All right, no more gathering. I gotta get to Thetford quickly. Dang, it's not until you put yourself on a time crunch you're like, dang, that's not, like, that sucked. Like, I didn't gather nearly as much as I wanted to. Then I still got 2. I still have 2 more whole zones to run through. But as you can tell, I'm already at 34% carry weight, so it would take me, if I had just stayed in that little tier 4 zone and just gathered, then I'd be at my, almost 100% carry weight pretty quickly. And yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to do a little test to see how much this saves / makes. See if it's going to be worth it. Maybe not the way that I'm doing it now, but from the perspective of, like, say if I gathered all week and maybe like refined the tier 2 and tier 3, and then, but the problem is that, like, you'd have to bring it all down, like bring all the tier 2 and tier 3 down. So it'd be like multiple trips. So I don't know. That's the reason I say, like, I don't know if this is going to be a good idea or not, because I don't have a mammoth. I'm not buying a mammoth. So I'm super limited to how much I can actually bring down per trip, which it all costs time. You know what I mean? It's nice, though. I mean, I like to ride. I love this ox. Definitely my favorite mount so far. I'm a huge fan of the black, white, and gold. That's the reason I got my guild color set up the way that I do. They look great on that palette and armor. but also really like I really like the way that just like the plate armors of this game look without help. So, all right, one more zone. I've already made this trip once today, just for reason I kind of know where I'm going. And also, too, Albion has gotten a lot smaller now. Since I've started looking at it from these kinds of perspectives, it's not as big as it used to be. Like, venturing all the way to a black zone was, like, originally, like, oh, so terrifying, so vast, and so difficult. But now I'm like, oh, no, it's just right there. You just go there. You just go these 2 zones over, then take a right at this, in this pass, and then you're there. So, like, the scale of the game has changed a little bit. And one thing I'm going to do on the one video, it'll be like an exploring video, where we're just gonna we'll take some stuff and we'll just take off into the black zone and just go, like, I want to go as far and as deep as I can someplace. Like, oh, that's not the right button. What just happened? Like, uh, like this is the portal, and I want to go like over here. North Strand Dunes. 2 hideouts. Like, I just want to go. I need to explore Albion. Something I've done in every other game, but I have not done in this one. All right, let's get this out the way so we can tell how much. 400k. Oh, I gotta repair it first. Oh god. Yeah, let's do that. So, sitting right now in my account is 400,000, gathered in way less than 30 minutes. Way less than 30 minutes. You know what? I'm okay now. Now, I just want to see what that number does when we refine. That's it. See how much it increases and see if it's worth the time. This is the fun part. Sitting and waiting. 404. So you always lose money on the tier 2 for some reason. And then you'll make up for it when you... So I started at 404. So by the time I get to crafting or refining the tier 3, I should start to see an increase. But it has to go back over tier 404 or it's not worth it. I love the little, if I have to. See, I need that mammoth right there. Shit, I'll go gather on a mammoth until it's filled up. So I've lost 10,000 right now. Minus the fucking 37,000 from my Avalonian tool. Alright, so that number better fucking jump up to like 420,000. 400? Yeah, it'll be about 420, maybe 440. And then that's the bang for the buck gathering / refining. Halfway. Come on, 440, 440, 440. Nope. So this covers the repair cost, basically, of it covers the repair cost, obviously, and a lot more, because I don't know if it's going to be worth to refine these. So I don't know yet. Ooh. Over 440, okay. Still refining. 462. I like it. Alright. This... Got any focus left? Where's that little potion thing? I'll use what I got. See if this number jumps at all. It did jump. Sweet. If I have to. Okay, and then for the, so what's this say? This says 22,000. Do I got any 4-1? This says 15,000. So if I craft this, it should jump a lot. It's okay. It's not jumping bad. But this is something 482. That's what I should have used my. And then I don't think I got any tier 5. I got a little bit. Almost 500,000. That's awesome. Now that, sorry, that is the number. These are the numbers that I was trying to get to. I've been trying to get to all along, and I'm. Why? I'm doing all the work, you lazy bastard. Sweet. All right. I am no longer upset. Sell, order everything.
Got everything?
Go get my battle axe and just go right back out. And so yeah, that's how I. I don't know if it's going to be truly worth 1 million per hour, but at the same time, that's more than I would get if I just sold everything to. It's more than what I would get if I just sold everything on the market. So, like I said, I think bang for the buck maybe worth it. I don't know. Looks like my game just crashed or something weird happened. So that was it. Hang on. What the hell just happened? But yeah, so that was not even. I mean, that wasn't even like truly a 30-minute gathering session. Do you know what I'm saying? That was that wasn't a that was all tier 4 gathering right there too. So almost 500k in that little bit of time. So what that means now is the next test, which I'm, good lord, can you hurry up? Is they don't have any nodes down here. See, so this is too easy to get the numbers out of though because of the tier 3 nodes. The tier 3 is where the much is where you make that. I made what 60,000 in the tier 3 numbers. And it's quick and easy to get to the tier 3 and tier 4 stuff. So the tier 4 was not nearly as big as the tier 3 numbers. And I know these are like I don't even care for the gathering in tier 5 zones. Not for profits. It's that. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's 5 zones away. So okay, hey, let's do another test. I need a timer. Is it? Oh, hang on. I'll do regular arena. We'll see how long it takes. So what this means is if basically if I just simply stay in that if I just stay in that tier 4 zone, gather for until I'm full, and then come down to travel down to Fort or Thetford and refine it, I can make. See, what was that total number? 404. It ended 60k. So it ended. It was almost 100,000 silver more by refining my own stuff. And then we just factor in the costs or the time that it takes to travel. The only problem is I'm in a. I mean, shit, dude. I'm on a tier 8 ox. So like, I feel like I should be able to. If that's the limitation, then the next system is to get a mammoth somehow. That way you can just travel and make your bang for the buck. But like I understand, I think I'm starting to understand how mammoths make so much money. Basically, is what I'm trying to get at. I'm just trying to find the system that lets, because I have one of the guys in my comment section. He, one of my gathering one of my gathering videos, he was talking about how he's non-premium. He's non-premium gathering, and he's talking about how rough it is. And I'm like, dude, I feel you, because I played for a while without premium just because I didn't feel like spending the money on it. And basically, I spent. It's embarrassing, but the last time that I was really playing. I got burnt out, and I had 98 million. 98 million silver. And then I went on a and this is what sucked is I was on I guess on a self-destructing mission, because back then that's when I was using crossbow, and I spent every dime that I had in 8.4 this, 8.3 this, and then the server merge happened. When that server merge happened, bro, I'm trying to sell I was trying to sell a 8.3 Hallow Fall. 6.4, no, a 6.4 Hallow Fall. And when I went to sell it, because I was just kind of in a rush, I just went to sell and I clicked sell and I didn't even see the amount. Somebody got a 6.4 Hallow Fall for 200 silver. Because I was like, there's no way, because I know what the price of Hallow Fall staffs were. I sold like a 5 million silver item for 200 real quick. Do you know what I'm saying? I was so burnt out on it. Money just disappearing and dwindling. Yeah, this is not a bad trip at all, man. This is 5 minutes. So it's 5 minutes in total to travel. That is awesome. Like, that is easily doable. That's not going to affect anything. And I think the trick would be to gather in percentages based on weight. So what I mean is, like, you got to figure out what's my, like, how much is it going to cost me to do, like, or how much in weight is it for, say, 3 stacks of tier 2 when I look up at my little stack there. And then it looks like the main one is to gather, because I made almost 100,000 just in refining the tier 3. Factor in a little bit more for the tier 4. Yeah, see, like, it's not now. It's not worth my time to gather these guys at the moment because there's not enough of them in quantity to worry about. So to refine those is, I mean, I'm still gonna do it, but it's not really worth my time to mine the nodes. Well, maybe mine the nodes, but not take the extra time to kill the mobs and look for them and stuff because they're too scattered. They're too spread out. I need to cancel this. So it's 5 minutes. 5 minutes travel time back and forth between my gathering area and Thetford. Both ways, 10 minutes. That's not bad. Like, I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it. And it's weird because I've never seen any guide or any, I don't watch, since I make YouTube content, I don't watch other people's videos anymore. Not to, like, well, hang on. Like, Scripted Gaming is my favorite Albion YouTuber. And, which is weird because that's also not the reason, he's not the reason I use the Great Axe, but, he's my favorite YouTuber, and I haven't watched any of his content since I started doing YouTube. And he's actually one of the first YouTubers I want to reach out to and try to play with. I don't even know if he's on. He may not even be on the America server anymore. I need to do that tonight. I'm gonna do that later tonight. I'm gonna message him and see if he's. Did I make a wrong turn somewhere? I feel like I did. I did. Dang it. It's still 5 minutes as long as you don't make the wrong turn. Yeah, but I think you can. I think you can make a lot more money if you refine your stuff. That's the whole point of the video, basically. I think if we refine our own materials as we gather them, we make more. End of story. And that little test was an extra 100,000 on what I made. And I wasn't loaded down when I went down there. So the goal, I guess for me, is if I can gather for, so let's say, 1 hour, because that's the other thing too. It's like when people tell you, gather, you can make 1 million an hour. Well, what does that? No, because I've gathered all over the place and never made 1 million per hour unless it's in enchanted stuff from Black Zone, but that's dangerous and risky. And they always say that you can do it in the blue and yellow zones. And I believed them and I tried it, but I never got anywhere close to that, like anywhere close to the numbers that they got. I didn't have the spec either. And with this, I can totally see as your gathering speed increases and your refining proficiency increases, your numbers just consistently increase. So pretty soon, with this system, I think maybe that I can be at 1 million every half hour. Like, that'd be the end goals. I gather for 30 minutes. Just 30 minutes. And then, boom, next thing you know, I go refine it all and it's 1 million. Like, boom, what's up? So when I have hardcore grind sessions, when I go and have hardcore grind sessions, I make millions an hour. I know it sounds stupid too, but what about gathering? Is there like does it take longer to get on a mammoth? Because if you could, holy shit, if I could have a mammoth and just think about that for a minute. If you could get a mammoth and then go to one of these zones and just gather until your mammoth was full and then take it to refine, how much money would that be? I'm pretty sure your tool would break before the mammoth got filled, but that would be awesome. That would be like really bang for the buck. I guess that I don't know. I'm probably wrong about this, but unless you can, I know like the battle mounts, it takes forever to get on and off of them. So maybe that's like the system they did for that. And that's the other reason I really prefer to I really prefer to refine or to gather in like the lower tier zones, is because the available resources are literally everywhere. I hate running around zones for like run for 2 minutes and not see anything but a bunch of empty nodes, and then it's like, dang it, like where's all the good stuff? I'd rather come here where this is gonna respawn every couple of minutes. I ain't gotta stress about it. No thought, just money making all the time. And I know I don't have my pork pie. I'm just waiting to get to the. Gotta hit these tier 4s. The tier 4s are, for my gathering speed level and my refining bonuses right now, they're a pretty good bang for the buck. So realistically, what I'm probably going to end up doing is having 2 different gathering sessions. Have my 30-minute gathering here, and then have another 30-minute gathering session of basically only tier 4 and tier 5. And I think with those 2 bonuses, I think I can get to that 1 million per hour mark. I mean, yeah, all my stuff's selling pretty fast. What's sold in Fort Sterling? Yay. And this is also day 12 of the... I made a tier 5 I made a tier 5 soldier or a tier 6 soldier armor and put it in the black market sell order list for 1 million, just to see if it's gonna sell, and if it does, to see roughly how long it takes, because you might be able to cheese the system that way, which would be hilarious. Which in a way kind of makes sense, because isn't that how the black market should work? If I'm able to put an item in there for any amount of time, there should be some kind of a ratio to determine how long the item's in there, but I'm gonna make that 1 million, right? Or is that not how it works? And for that armor will sit in there for 2 years before it finally sells, if it ever sells, or the sale order is gonna expire and I just out of pocket 80,000. Yeah, like I'd rather come down here and refine the deal with the Black Zone stuff right now. I lost too much money in the Black Zone recently. I cannot go back out there. That last chunk, that last 600K chunk that I lost is like, it broke my spirit. I don't want to go back out there for a while. Not to gather. I'll go out there to fight and lose stuff, but I'm not going back out there with my handcrafted miner gear and handcrafted pick. It makes me sick, dude. Yeah, let me do this so we can... Stuff selling quick. And something I've noticed too is this place is not nearly as busy as you think. Like, you think they would be like non-stop people, but it's not as not as bad as you think. And there's just, maybe it's just me, the way that I think, but I think there's like a gatherer etiquette that we all kind of innately understand. Like, nobody's like gonna run up here and try to steal my nodes. Like, they see the path that I take and they'll choose another one. Or if I come across somebody else and they're like gathering a tier 4 node, I don't run over and take the node from him. It's like, no, you have that one, sir. And there's only one more thing that I wanted to talk about tonight while I finish out my final thought for the video was I was thinking about why so many people struggle in Albion. Like, I don't struggle in Albion. I think it's totally fine. But I'm thinking about it from like a content perspective. Why doesn't anybody do a lot of the fun, big stuff in the game? And I think about this because the other day I was trying to do a video where I guess I'm gonna have to pay people, have to give them silver in game or something, to come do a video with me, where we just run soldier armor and great axe. 3 people, soldier armor, all soldier armor, and a great axe in the crystal arena. Damage, food, energy, potions. Have fun. I'll pay for the potions, and I guess I'll have to probably pay for the armor and everything else, which is fine. I don't mind. But I did not try the looking for group channel. So maybe that's what I'll try. Maybe that's what I'll try tonight. But I was absolutely 100% unable. I was 100% unable to get anybody to. I was unable to get anybody to play with me. To do, and I was even telling them, yep, it's for a YouTube video, just like 2 games, Crystal Arena, rock this build. It's like nobody can be bothered with playing this massively multiplayer online game with other people preemptively. It reminds me of that South Park episode with the WoW, where they're like playing to play, like they're grinding and leveling up just so they can play the game. I feel like that's how it is for us as gamers sometimes. We get so focused on like hitting the end cap, hitting the end goal, hitting this thing. You keep doing like all this stuff that's like we put in the way of us and having fun. Like, why don't we just play? Why don't we go run group dungeons? Maybe it's profitable, but maybe it's not. Is it going to be worse than running solo dungeons and getting 5,000 at the end of it? That's another thing, dude. Think of, oh my gosh, I can come down here in between arenas and make bank. Not even have to change my armor. Just come to just bring my food. Just bring my food down here and just gather, 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 gather. Make 100,000 in between my arena matches, you know, like pay for my food easily. Which is the next thing I'm gonna start doing is I gotta start using my total profits to start buying the runes, souls, and relics so I can enchant my battle axe build for the Crystal Arena so I can get a bit more IP out of my stuff. I want to be over 1,000 IP. Right now I'm like 997 or something. Just barely not high enough level. But this is super enjoyable to me. Like now that it's fast like this, yeah, 10%. Man, there's no way. How many learning points? I got 95 learning points, bro. There's no fucking way I'm gonna be it. I'm gonna have to stop gathering or just keep gathering it. Whatever. I cannot believe how fast this is in the gathering speed. I mean, like nothing, literally nothing else. None of the other levels. This is like from tier 7 to tier 8. This is as fast as it was from tier 3 to tier 4. Or let's say tier 4, tier 5. No, hell, it's faster than that. And I'm making money the whole time. This is ridiculous. And I cannot wait to be in my tier 8 stuff. Because it'll be the first time on any character I've unlocked tier 8 gathering. Nothing but the sounds of cows moving. Pigs smashing the ground. People grinding their butts off. Yeah, I'm gonna start coming here from my arena stuff. In between arenas. This is awesome. I can make bank here. Especially because these tier 2 or this tier 2, wow, tier 2. Hang on, the 10 ore, I can gather that and just sell it for a straight profit. How much is a tier 2 stack? 35k? Yeah, I can get that in between an arena pretty easy. What's my total? Another 100k. Yeah, so it's not the best profit in the world. But it's for that. You got to do this once to get that. You got to do this one time to get your. How much do I got in tier 3? Almost. So I need 2 stacks, and then I can go gather tier 4. I mean, you get a little bit of tier 4, but it's not the same. I also may not refine all of my tier 3 ore from now on. Cause I think the tier 3 ore is worth more than the refined version. The tier 2, I mean. So I might just refine. I might only refine just enough to get my tier 3 crafted. And after that, then sell the rest of it. Make it a little bit more. Not have to worry about that. But then again, it's all going towards the refining, so maybe I'll just not worry about it. Yeah, I'm excited, man. Especially once just like with my build, I don't see anybody else gathering and refining for profit. Like you just don't see. I don't know why. I've never seen a video on it. Because the way everybody else refines is they go create buy orders, they buy the stuff, and then they sell it. They create buy orders, they buy it low, and then they refine it. And they always do it on a mammoth. I've seen about 6 people do 6 different people's videos on refining, and they always do it on a mammoth. They always do it. They don't gather anything. They always just do it by spending 10 million and make 14 million. So I don't know. This definitely seems like, in my opinion, the bang for the buck when it comes to a gatherer to make extra money. I'm like I said, I'm pretty happy with it. Gives me like it gives me like a goal too. And this is definitely where I'm gonna come hang out when I'm doing my crystal arenas. Originally, when I played this game, I wanted to be a lumberjack using the great axe. You know, like so I spend all day cutting down trees and then I go cut down players. That was kind of my silly little uh, system I wanted to use. But then I realized that I did not like cutting down trees as much as I like doing other stuff. So of course I missed one time. Yeah, super stoked, man. It's gonna be a good money making week for me and Albion. If I can get to 10 mil, if I can get to 10 million this, what is today? Thursday. Shit, tomorrow, Friday. Heck yeah, I get paid tomorrow. Gotta check the bill situation. I might be buying some gold tomorrow. Wife needs some new art stuff, and all I gotta pay is the gas bill. So, also too, anybody who stayed this long in the video, my fitness set is coming in about 3 weeks. So I'll have my gaming fitness for everybody in about maybe a month. How to lose weight, how to gain muscle, how to fight, how to train solo, and how to train with people. Of course, I mean, I did MMA, so if you're like a boxer, the systems apply. They're just a little bit different. If you do kickboxing, I definitely understand that. Trained Muay Thai, American Jiu-Jitsu, traditional boxing. I don't think I technically ever did kickboxing because I did Muay Thai. And I didn't do Taekwondo, but I trained with a lot of guys who did Taekwondo. And it's the only martial art that actually like makes me nervous. I'm not scared of boxers, not scared of grapplers. Because by trait, I'm a dirty fighting boxer, so submission artist. So I don't worry about, I'd never worry about a submission game. The Taekwondo messing me up because they're so fast and their kicks are the stomach kicks and the side kicks and the tornado kicks. Ugh. You never taken a tornado kick to the ribs before. You have no reason to be like, Muay Thai or Taekwondo's not scary. Yeah, bullshit. Take one of those 360 hurricane tornado triple spin flip kicks to the ribs and watch your rib poke out almost through the skin and not be able to breathe straight for about 2 months and change your perspective on it. What sucks too is I was whooping the dog shit out of that guy before he caught me with that crazy kick. But it doesn't matter what happens until the end, so I got destroyed right there at the end. Yeah, so I could totally see doing this 1 or 2 times just to get that all the tier 2 and all the tier 3 you could possibly need, and then going on a black zone run and getting all tier 4 and tier 5s. And then that sets up so that would basically, I don't know why I popped everything right there. PvP response. Gather here once. and then go to the black zone, and then focus on tier 4 and tier 5s, and then check that for 2 30-minute sessions. So just a 30-minute session here, and then run it down to Thetford, or technically a 25-minute session. Run it down to Thetford, fast travel back, straight to the black zone, gather 30 minutes, come back here, run it back to Thetford, and then refine everything and see the total profits on that. Which I'm not going to do that for this video, but that's what I'm going to be doing immediately after this. And what I hope to see is between the two of those processes, a million an hour. I will not be taking the Avalonian tool into the black zone though, so, or maybe I will. Just to show you how the game uses cheating, third-party cheating software. That's what the big guilds use, in case somebody knows that. There's a lot of players, they run these. It's kind of like a wall hack or a map hack. And it's like a, you know how you can click somebody and inspect them? It's like the same software, but it lets them see the value that's in their inventory. And I did a test with this once. I didn't want to post it because I like Albion. I don't want to put a bad label on SBI or anything, but I did it. I've done 2 tests, 2 times, and both times I was able I was able to prove that something is cheating. And because they're cheating in a way that ultimately makes SBI money, you know, because if I lose my stuff very easily out in the black zone, I have to replace it, which means I become more and more broke, blah, 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 blah. So, not implying that SBI knows about it and chooses to do nothing, but it exists in the game, and it's really prevalent. I don't care about the bots, like the NPCs that farm. That's fine. They can do that. Oh, and like this, I'm saying this is the best part, man. When you're the only one here, like this, look at this. Guys just killing and leaving the stuff. It's like being at a buffet, man. It's just craziness, man. I love this place so much. And I didn't even come here for the first time until like, oh god, not long ago. Not long ago at all. Maybe a week ago. I would be using my points to level that up, but I gotta save them to get tier 8. Come up here and make another pass. Any more tier 3s? No. I'll get the crap. That's the thing too, is every time okay, don't be anything else. This is awesome, man. This feels so good. Sorry I was not out there for I'm just enjoying the speed of this. It's one of the few things in Albion where you can see such a drastic increase. Crap, there's another one over there. Like it's awesome. It feels so good to have finally got, you know, tier 7 stuff, and then to see this massive increase and enough that you is lets you make money. If you're not gonna go down there, homie, it's mine. Hello, hello. I can't get all three of them, I don't think. Like, there's more metal than you know what to do with. I wonder if there's any like hot spots, any other metal like hot spots in the world outside of this one. I know the tier 6 zone through the tunnel over there by the Fort Sterling entrance, but outside of that, I wonder if there's like any other ones. Because remember, I have not explored this game. I have not explored this game at all, which I can't wait to do that. All right, homies. I think I need to end the video now. Because as much as I love doing this, I need to go get some love making in. Total profits are... That's 2 million. So tempted to sell this damn Babylonian tool. Oh my god, that's what I gotta do now. I gotta... Next time I go to any market, I'm gonna go see the cost of a tier 8 gathering set and a tier 8 Babylonian tool. And before I get to tier 8, I'll try to make sure I gather that much money. Like these tier 4 nodes already pop back up. You could just sit here and gather tier 4. Not even move, just sit right here and gather it. Wait for it to come back and gather it. I need to, what's the timer on it? Hang on. Gather 1. Hang on, I'll gather this. I'm gonna grab this node up here. See, what the fuck? That one already came back. You can literally just make a little baby loop right here. And this dude already came back. I'll let him get those. That's one of my pet peeves when people kill like the mobs and don't harvest it. I'm like, why are you not getting it? Why kill it if you're not gonna get it? there's much up here. Nope, not much up there. The only thing I need to check, I don't even know where refining is. Refining. Tier 4. So I get a focus cost, 250 bonus. Passive bonus. 900 focus to focus cost efficiency. I don't even know what that means. Like I don't even know what that corresponds to when it comes to like making stuff. You know what I'm saying? But what does that mean? Plus 5,000 bonus to focus cost efficiency when I gotta see what that means. I don't know what the numbers mean on that. So this just unlocks, and I am at tier 7, right? No, I'm not. Oh, I would be. I will be in a few more trips. Great, fucking yeah. So everything should hit all about the same time. All right, let's see how many stacks of everything. Well, after I get all this, that's the problem. Is when you come here, it's just like, oh, get this one. Oh, get this. Oh, there's some over there. The next thing you know, I mean, shit. Next thing you know, you've been here all day, and you're like, oh. I really need to stop gathering. Here, I need to start. I need to run all this back to the bank and go get a bunch of tier. Go start getting tier 4. I need to go get shit. I need to go get some. All right, I'm gonna get these two forests right here, and then I'm gonna quit. Well, I gotta get that one, and he's attacking me, so I gotta get him. Don't you get? Stole my shit. It only cost me 13K to get back. All right. 1, 2. Oh, let me get 3 stacks even. Pretty close. I'll just leave this up for a second. Almost got 1 stack, so that's good. I need 2. You need 2 stacks of tier 4 to make 1 stack of refined. So that'll be my goal when I get. I don't know, man. Bang for the buck just to stay here and do it. That's 800. Plus all the other materials. I don't know. I don't know, man. Like I said, I really don't know. I get these because they're full. I'm expecting my wife to come any second now. Like, what are you doing? You said you were going to record. And I was like, yeah, it's supposed to be a 30-minute video. It's a little bit longer now. Sorry. That gathering life is different. Man, we run Albion, so not that I have anything to do with the economy. But in theory, in spirit, we run the economy. All right, 3 seconds, perfect. We'll go back. And to save some try. So I don't. So the trick, the thing is, I do not want to have to. What I don't want to have to do is, I don't know if I really want to refine in the tier 2 in Thetford. Oh my God! What the hell? Oh, wait, what the fuck? Why am I here? What is happening? What the fuck? This is not. How the hell did I get back to? I don't know what just happened. 50K expected. Same thing as before. Put this expensive ass tool up. Boop, boop. See my total. Oh shit! I never went to Fort. I never went to back to Fort Sterling. Damn it. Well, the return trip only cost. It only took me 30K to fast travel though. So now hold on. I only need. Well, I guess it's gonna. So fuck it, whatever. I only. Alright, so the number drops a lot, and then it goes back up when we start doing the tier 3. And this is all from that one little tier 4 area. And right now I'm sitting at almost 400,000. So by the time I get done, it'll probably be about another 450, maybe 500. I don't think it's going to be 500,000, but that's the goal. That's the goal, basically, is to be able to make a 30-minute trip profitable enough to be 500K / 1 million. So if I wanted to stay out there for another, if I stayed out there for another pork pie, I'd make $1 million in just in the bonuses to the refining and stuff. Lose about 10K. And then you make it all up in the tier 3, and then you make up a lot more in the tier 4. And then you make up a lot more in the tier 5, blah, blah, blah. So, check. I don't remember what the total number was. It doesn't matter. We'll just start right here. 362,000. And then, well, it's going to, shit, it's going to keep going down. So maybe that might be the trick. Which kind of sucks because... Not really, because you fast travel here, that's retarded. You have to fast travel here, and then go out there, and then do your stuff, and then every time you get your amounts, you just fast travel back here, refine it, and run back out. So next time I'll do this, instead of making these 2 trips, because this is just this is a test, and I know it works now. And so because I know this works now, and it hits me that I gather 30 minutes, and that turns into like almost 500K. That's close to that 1 million per hour. And I'm not tier 8 yet, so, and I don't have max spec. I don't have, all that stuff. Yeah, so this number will be probably over 400,000. And once I do that, I'll see what that number is on the tier 4. Probably, maybe hopefully 450. And then the trick there is I don't know. I'm starting to get brain dead. Starting to burn out. I'm very tired. What time is it? Oh God, it's 9 o'clock, and I've been playing Albion too much. Not like this is late for me, but there's a lot of stuff that I have not done today that I should have done. Spend 1.7 million on a tool, which I think is going to speed up how fast I get to tier 8 and total profits I make every time I go out. Yeah, almost 450. I'll take it. Oh my God. And now for the big number. How much is that going to cost? See, that's what I'm saying. Like your focus is insane. The focus cost for like refining doesn't even make sense, bro. This is only 400, and it's 11,000. Like a whole stack would be damn near your focus for a day. So what is that focus cost reduction that I was looking at? Come on, 500,000. I don't think so. I don't think it's gonna cleanly hit 500. It's gonna be close enough to be like, hey, not bad. Shit, never mind. Not even 450 yet. But like I said, that's not bad at all for that's not bad at all for a blue zone, man. Because I could craft. Let me just to see craft any of these I got. $458. Not bad, man. So this will be my money making system for a little while, and just like with gathering, I think I'm gonna get overall. I'll just be more and more and more effective every single time that I do it. So what happens if what's my quick sell value? 350. So basically, I lose 100K if I quick sell it. I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna quick sell this one. I'll just quick sell it. Make sure my tool ain't in here. You can see how much you're down right here. And the main difference with this is I lose 100,000, but look how much do you lose in sales tax? So if I sell it, 3,000, sell order, 4, 6, 7,000, which is stupid because it's about the difference in. So the tax system is aided up. So if I just simply sell it all, that goes straight in my bank, and I don't gotta stress about it. And I just go right back out and do it again. But I'm tired. I gotta get some food. Thank you guys so much for watching my little attempt at learning how to gather and refine and still make money. I think it worked. I mean, it's a lot of damn work though for not a million yet. I mean, these things, like, I mean, my stuff's selling, but at the same time, it's like, it's money coming in. It is money coming in, but that's not what I was trying to. This. That's a lot of silver, man. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching this little video. Hopefully, I don't know if this helps anybody, but if anybody in the comments knows how to just like the gentleman who told me to get a Avalonian tool, if anybody has any tricks to the refining section, by all means, let me know in the comments. This is I'm good at the PvP of Albion. Now it's time to move on to a little bit more of the work side to give me something to work on in between. Like a really good example is in between my crystal arenas, because I don't heal anymore, so I have 5 to 7 to 10 minutes between my crystal arenas sometimes, and if I'm making gathering like I just did, is pretty good money. I could make something. I could make maybe a. I could make maybe a nice little percentage of that uh, in between without actually like gathering. So yeah, y'all let me know in the comments. Y'all got any cool tips like that? And look at this, man. This gathering or this gathering stuff looks more like a damn soldier set. Let's change. Let's change the boots just real fast to show you. This stuff is so cool, man. Look at the you got the ninja mask on. It's like he's wearing soldier armor essentially. Got these little punch you in the face gloves. This like super comfy, warm pimp scarf on. Like this looking sharp, man. I can't wait to see the tier 8. Oh god, before the video ends. Before I end the video, let me go see how much a tier 8 Avalonian pickaxe cost. Oh god. And I wonder what the repair costs are going to be on those. Jesus. I'm kind of nervous.
Don't be shy.
Oh, bro, what? How in the hell is this only 2 million and my tier 7 is 1.7 million? Why the fuck are they... There's no Avalonian 2, 3. So, 100,000. 400,000 increase. Doubled increase. Not a doubled increase. God, not 20, not even a 30% increase. So, and never mind. I'm not stressed. Not stressed anymore. Tier 8 is the per cost or per like what it can do is the cheapest of all. Is the cheapest of all of the damn of all of the tools. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Maybe not wear a dress if you can help it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace.